Team hired from day one was just very easy to work with, very responsive, always available when I needed them to be, and was definitely, uh, uh, worked per my schedule and when I could make myself available. They talked to us about what we needed, the type of folks we were looking for. They made sure they spent the time to actually know exactly what we were looking for in the position within our office before they filled out the job ads and started gathering prospects, for the interviews. So I really appreciated that. And Brittany, our sales rep that we talked to, who handled this most of the time, she was great. Immediately sent us resumes for folks that we just scheduled second interviews with, hung on the phone with us after every group interview. And, when we had some good dialogue to point out, she was reviewing the candidates with us, I would say, is what I liked. She wasn't just putting them in front of us and letting us figure it out. So she facilitated the interviews really, really well and smoothly, and presented the same professional image from Team Hired that we want to portray as we're recruiting as well. So I think it was great. It was a great process. Well, we got the hires that we were looking for. Okay, so I think that pretty much speaks for itself. And we didn't feel like we needed to choose from a small sample size. We had a group scheduled we had a group interview every week for 3 weeks until we found the folks we were looking for, and the same time, same place, same. It was very, very consistent. So, and they would get a good group of folks in front of us. They were very clear right from the up front that we were looking for folks long term. So there was a filter process before you even made it to the interview, and then there was a refilter before the interview began. So the folks that remained throughout the entirety of the session were good candidates, and definitely worth the time that we invest to talk to them. So out of each group, we found multiple folks to bring in for second interviews, and we probably had more folks than we needed that could have been successful in the position. So we were able to choose the best out of that group. It's been great. I mean, I didn't have to waste time on the road going to and from meetings, or have folks here within the office and shut down areas of the office in order to be able to facilitate these group interviews. I didn't have to put the time into the process to find the candidates either, which is the main thing. But we used the Zoom platform. Folks were, Brittany was always available on it the second she said she was going to be, and everything went really smooth with the platform during the group interviews. She would orient everybody to the few buttons that it takes to mute and unmute yourself and present your image and audio. And I think it was a great process. I would definitely recommend to keep it that way moving forward, even in non-COVID times. I think it was great. Because it just was so easy. You guys did all the work for us. Before we Team Hired, we were trying to recruit and post ads and field the interview times and schedule second interviews and let folks know if we were bringing them back in or if we weren't going to proceed. And the amount of time that I spent doing all of that, when I compared that to the amount of revenue I could have generated during that time, it was far much more revenue that I could have generated that I was losing trying to do it myself. And I'm not a professional, so I wasn't doing it well either. So I decided to spend less money and focus on making money over here while we hired folks that are professionals to do it properly for us. And it worked out. It was great.